Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hira Dadia. We have with us Ria Singh, uh, currency, technical analyst currencies from Nirmal Bank, joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Ria, overall, if you go to see, the rupee has strengthened to levels of 72.97 after three straight sessions of decline. Uh, Clearly, what does this indicate, and where do you see us moving from here on?
Hello, Viral. So, see, whatever the momentum that we have seen into the rupee, it was highly predicted that due to the good inflows that the domestic market is witnessing right now, we will definitely see rupee appreciating a bit. And 73 to 70 to 80 levels were, what was on our books. But obviously, if you look at the overall impact of the uh, uh, forex intervention that the RBI has done and the statement that he has provided, I think RBI has signaled that recently, with respect to the dollar purchases, that the it will continue to buy into the forex and keep on increasing the forex reserves. So yes, the we were expecting us quite a rise into the rupee strength, keeping in mind the dollar depreciation and so forth. But a large forex intervention by the central bank has definitely uh, put a barrier on that. If you look at the numbers, it's almost 120 billion that the RBI is signaling that it will continue to buy into the dollar in the coming year as well. So if the forex intervention is persistent, we will definitely see rupee underperforming even in the current year. So on the plus side, there is a pressure that is building onto the rupee due to the heavy FII inflows. The domestic capital market has been performing quite well, and so this can actually put a sub dent into the forex intervention that the RBI is trying to do. But overall, if you look at the whole perspective, of the forex intervention and so forth, I think there is a silver lining here earlier. If the India's forex reserve consequently rise towards 586 billion, it will catch up to Russia, which is world's fourth largest stockpile that is there. And obviously in the coming days, if there is a sudden rise into the strength of the greenback, central bank will be prominent enough to tackle with that strength. So the silver lining is that in the near future, obviously, if there is a rise in the crude oil prices or there is a sudden strength in the dollar, will be able to tackle in that. But on the shorter term, I think the forex intervention will definitely put a damp on the strength of the rupee, and 70 to 80 is the 70 to 80, 70 to 75 is the maximum strength that the rupee will be able to obtain, at least on a shorter term.
Right. So that's with regards to where the Indian rupee goes. Now, moving on, Bank of Japan has raised its view on the Japanese growth forecast for the next fiscal year. However, the uncertainty in yen remains high. What do you make of it?
uh, the we around the globe, or we were expecting some change into the policy framework, from the Bank of Japan. But the statement that has come forward from it is that they have revised their growth forecast on a positive side. Now what the Bank of Japan is intercepting right now is that whatever the latest stimulus package they have enrolled into the economy, this will play on a positive side and will help in the recovery of the whole economy pickup and so forth. So this is the positive point that the Bank of Japan is right now holding on to. But if you look at the overall economy performance and so forth, Bank of Japan has highly concentrated its efforts during the pandemic on ensuring that none of the business are struggling from a lack of cash. So they have ensured that and have tried to keep the market stable. But going on, on a longer term perspective, I think the currency will gain strength if the exporter, if the Japanese exporters are aided in very well, because that is the major concern point right now. So going forward, I think yen will be able to gain have a strength, not as much as we will like to be, but I think it will gradually raise to a strength level.
Right. And very lastly, let's talk about the euro from here on. Overall, if you go to see, the euro is losing its momentum while the pound is gaining strength. What
Right.
do you make of both these?
Uh, See, we were expecting that there will be some retracement that will come forward into euro, since ECB has gone into its first policy of the year, the policy meet. So they have met today, and probably, in the late evening, we'll be able to get on with some decisions and guidelines with respect to how the ECB will enact for this fiscal year, and what will be the measures that they will take to get the eurozone economy back on track. Plus, then there is a Italy issue that is still going on. There is no circumstantial output that has come forward from the government as to which, what will be the formation of the government, and who will be, they are still harboring the votes and so forth. So that tension is definitely levied on the strength of the euro. Um, as far as pound goes, I think pound is gaining the strength just because there is a sudden drop into the dollar index. The dollar index is harboring a weakness within anticipation that there will be much revised and much bigger fiscal that will be announced. So the fiscal that was already announced was already factored in into uh, the weakness of the dollar, but obviously the anticipation of further revising and increasing the whole fiscal package is what coming into play right now with respect to the dollar and the weakness. So this is what the pound is picking up and gaining strength from. Plus, if you look at the recent comments that had come from the Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey, I think she has said that UK, economy is learning to adapt to the lockdowns and so forth. But even if the lockdown, they have adapted to the lockdown and so forth, it will definitely put a dent on the economic numbers. And this is what the market will, look forward to in the coming days. So the momentum growth is something that is expected into the pound, taking into the circumstantial factors. But I think it will be overlived. Even if you look at the today's momentum, it has again tested the highs that it has done in the previous sessions as well. So 150 is the barrier in the pound appreciation in the domestic front. So I think this will be a very short-lived strength factor. But obviously, when the Brexit deeds come out and the whole economic position of the UK come forward too, we'll definitely see some pullback and profit taking that will happen into the pound as well. So basically, in the overall, the market sentiment is bearish on the dollar, and this is what putting forward the better foot for the pound and the Japan on the global front.
Right. And taking all of this into consideration, any strategies that you would want to recommend?
I think it is very much likely that the rupee will again gain strength from the lower lows, and taking into consideration the today's momentum that it has yet stabilized around the 73 levels. You can definitely buy into the rupee from lower level of 73 to 72. 85. This is a range that you can buy into with a target of 73.20, 73.30 for the coming session. You can also go for a long into the option at 73 call with the current monthly expiry as well. Now, pound has already gained a lot in the today's session, so look for a retracement to go long into the pound. Buy with on dips around 100 point, 100.05, 100 levels with the target of 100, 100 and 125, 135 for the coming session. Keep a strict SL at 99.85. Going forward with the yen, I think yen is another uh, pair that you can go long into. It has been in a sideways consolidation phase, even with the long bullish trading that we have seen in today's session. But if there is an open on the higher highs around 70-75, this will be a positive sign for the yen. So into a domestic pair, JPY INR, you can buy above 70.75 for a target of 71. Keep a strict SL at 70.58.
Right. All right, Ria. Thank you for sharing these strategies overall. And clearly, I think how the currency market moves from here on also will be important that we have the budget from here on. So there will be a lot of
Yes, there
gyrations
will
that
be.
could be seen as well.
Right. Because there will be a lot of policies that will be coming forward from the financial minister. There is a lot of hope with respect to the real estate sector and what will they do with respect to the whole pandemic vaccine rollout. What are the packages associated to that? So that is something also factoring in with the rupee momentum. So it is a very important this year. This year budget will be a very crucial budget for India as well as for the currency market. So this is something that everyone must look out for.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ria, so much for joining in. Thank you, participants, as well.